Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we are checking out Beetlejuice, the 1988 horror movie, comedy movie. I'm gonna be honest, I thought this movie was a musical horror movie until very recently, about 3 seconds ago, when I looked at it and it says classic movies, comedy, and horror. So no musical in the tags, no musical in the genres. So I guess this movie is not a musical. So I have no idea why I thought this movie was a musical, but I'm pretty sure this movie is supposed to be weird and I'm very excited for it. This is a movie that a lot of people have talked about. This is a movie that is very popular, a movie that has definitely stood the test of time, and a lot of people still watch it to this day. And it is a movie that I have always avoided. And it is, I don't know why I have always avoided this movie. Don't ask me why I've always avoided this movie. It's just a movie that someone would be like, we should watch Beetlejuice, and I'll be like, now let's watch something else. Even though I know it's supposed to be good, and even though I know I'll enjoy it, and even though I know Michael Keaton is in this movie, and I love Michael Keaton. So I don't know why I have avoided this movie, but I'm very excited to check it out today, finally, for Halloween 2021. This is one of my Halloween selection movies, and I'm very excited. I love Beetlejuice's outfit, like the striped black and white. I think it's black and white. It could be navy blue, but black and white or navy blue and white outfit, suit sort of deal, and the hair, just his whole look, his whole vibe. I love it. It's just so cool. But I don't know anything about this movie as you already know, because I thought this movie was a musical for some reason. So I'm really excited to get into it. I'm pretty sure this movie is quirky, is weird, is unusual, and I'm excited to see it. I don't think it's going to be that scary. It could be scary. It could be really scary, but for some reason it doesn't strike me as a scary movie. It strikes me more as like a maybe suspenseful, but then also funny. So I'm expecting a more suspenseful, funny movie rather than just like a horror movie, if you know what I mean. Okay, before we get into this reaction though, let's do the lighting. So let me turn on my light and then we can decide what color it should be. Boop! Nice, nice, nice. Okay, today I think that the lighting should be blue. And I think the lighting should be blue because the background of the still image that Netflix gives me is like a bunch of blue lightning. So blue is kind of this ambiance, I feel like. And then it looks like Beetlejuice is sitting on a graveyard night. I think blue is just a very good ambiance for this movie. Okay, that's about it. I hope you enjoy my reaction to Beetlejuice. Okay. Creepy version of this song. I like the intro. Probably gonna have a good soundtrack. Oh, it's Tim Burton. I like Tim Burton. He's so weird and I love it. Okay, you know what? The soundtrack's already boffin'. Look at this. Woo! Whatever instrument is that? Winona Ryder. Oh, she's so good. Michael Keaton is Beetlejuice. I love Michael Keaton so much and I'm so excited to see Beetlejuice. Danny Elfman. This is why the music's so good. Danny Elfman is a god tier composer. I'm invested in this movie. I'm invested. Oh, it is a model. Okay. Whoa. Gotta say, he's brave. I would never touch a spider that big.
Great.
Thank you.
Happy vacation, honey.
Oh, they're on a little vacay.
I'll get it.
Be my guest.
Dude, Alec Baldwin has hair. I'm so used to seeing Alec Baldwin with like short hair. I don't know. He looks so different.
Oh, Pumpkin, I didn't mean anything. It's just that really
That was a little rude.
Too big.
I'll see you in a few weeks. Okay.
Seems like she wants a family, or maybe they had a family and someone died. But they seem really happily together. Don't know if they're married or not.
Oh, really? What are you saying?
They must be like newlyweds, you know? Newlyweds, or I don't know. They're kind of in their honeymoon phase at the moment, or it feels like they are.
Bosman built that foundation in 1835. What is his grandson coming was?
I like this guy. I like this guy.
36.
He's still talking. What the heck? I love him.
Wait, this is a real place like...
Hey, look out for that!
That was close. Oh my god, the dog has their life in the balance. What if they die? Wait, what if they die? The dog's a murderer. Put him in jail.
Start to our vacation.
Oh,
Aw.
when you back, honey.
Okay, they're alive. That's good.
That fire wasn't burning.
Yeah, I was gonna say though. The sky is red. What the heck?
You get some.
My light was a bad choice if the sky is red. What the heck?
Look.
No reflection. They're vampires.
And there's that.
Handbook for the recently deceased. They died. They died, baby.
Recently diseased.
Deceased.
Disease. And then the music cue again. That was gold.
Are we halfway to heaven? Are we halfway to hell? And how long is this gonna last?
I don't see anything.
They're like a purgatory sort of deal.
Oh, this is gonna take some time, honey.
I love how they just are like, we're dead. That's it. We're dead. Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Damn sandworms, 13%, Well, I better find a job. Let's see.
Kind of reminds me of the Grinch.
Why is it just you and me?
Maybe this is heaven.
Heaven, there wouldn't be dust on everything.
Oh, imagine if she's like, heaven, you wouldn't be here. That would be so mean.
God, what's she doing here? I don't know.
Hey, Jane, up here! Jane!
Oh, that's the physical world. That's the real world.
We're dead. I don't think we have very much to worry about anymore.
What if there's another life after death and you just gotta pay more taxes and stuff? Like, imagine. Oh man, that would be so draining. What? She's a floater. Who are you? I hate you.
Problem.
I bet she sees dead people.
Careful, that's my sculpture. And I don't mean mine and I bought it, I mean I made it. It's my sculpture.
It's so ugly.
Put it on the table.
It looks like a watermelon with a stick in it. I'm sorry.
So happy.
Of course you are.
Delia.
I like this guy. The red shoes, the eccentric outfit. I love it.
I've been reading that book, and there's a word for people in our situation. Ghosts.
Say his name 3 times and you summon him. Beetlejuice.
We just have to pray the other closets are bigger than this one.
They can't see her. That kind of freaked me out for a second. Oh, that was cool.
Yeah. Deliver me from LL Bean.
I know what you two are up to, and you're not gonna get away with it.
Honey, this is not working out at
Charles,
all.
I will not stop living and breathing art. Just
I love this. The humor is so good.
The house could use a little remodeling, but why don't you just leave this room alone, okay?
I like this guy. I don't know. He's just so fun. And the wife, I hate her so much. And this pretentious paint chemistry man sucks too.
This door?
Yeah, ghosts of the people who died in this house. They want us out of here. So let's do them a favor.
It's true. Get out of here. Oh my god. He's relaxing. Feet up, smiling. And the wife's gonna ruin it.
My God, that was close.
What the heck? These effects are really good. The sandworms, you're in Dune now. Don't move. Actually, I don't know. I don't know if the worms... You're in Tremors. You're in Tremors. That's the other sandworms. You're in Tremors. Don't move. Ah, that looks cool. And it's very Tim Burton too. What the heck?
Room. One big dark room.
so you were miserable in New York.
The most emo person on the planet.
Where that's going? Did anyone tell you where to... Why are there only 3 sculptures? There were 4 sculptures here. Where's the 4th? Where's the 4th sculpture?
Where's the 4th sculpture? Shut up.
Straight back.
What the heck are those cupboards? Of course, it's a sculpture too. She can see dead people.
That little girl saw us.
Honey, nobody can see us.
But she did.
No, she did. She did. She did. She did.
Hell, I'll possess myself if I gotta. Whoa! Yo, I got demons running all through me.
What the heck? I love this guy.
Hey, Jack, now, you get a free demon possession with every exorcism. Ah, you can be.
You get a free demon possession with every exorcism. What the heck?
Draw a door.
Draw a door.
It's like in Pan's Labyrinth. Has anyone seen that?
Knock 3 times.
Cool, man. Cool. What if that's just like an entrance to hell or something? Oh. I feel so bad for this guy. I feel really bad for this guy. What the heck is this place? Oh, that looks so good. This movie's very Tim Burton. I love that. This is why I love him as a director, because he's very unique in his style. Like, you watch a movie by him and you know it's by him. Doesn't she still have the key? Why did she have to do that? The key was working. It was just pushed out. The guy with the really small head is killing me. He's so good. Wow, the effects, these practical effects are amazing.
Oh, we forgot our handbook.
Of course. Of course you guys did.
All new arrivals report to waiting room number 8.
This is really cool. What the heck? This is so creative. This is really interesting. So do you have to stay in like the position or situation in which you died? So like this guy's hanging. He probably got hung to death. So does he have to just stay hung to death forever?
It's death for the dead.
Oh.
It's all in the handbook. Keep moving.
You guys just need to read the handbook. Come on. The floor is really cool. Look at the statue. The statue in the background.
Oh, I've got to go.
What about that guy in the flyer? You know, Beetle.
Don't say his name.
You don't want his help.
Stay it. You want his help.
It's by calling his name 3 times. But I strongly suggest.
Why would you say that? Why would you say that to them if you don't want them to have him?
That guy's in our cemetery.
She's right, honey. We just have to keep this simple. We can do this. Come on.
Bring in Beetlejuice. It's been so long and he's not been in the movie yet. Please, I want to see him. That was gross. The fly saying help me though is something else.
Your mother's gonna kill you when she sees you cut holes in her $300 sheets.
This is so corny.
Years having breakfast with this woman? Moan louder.
I love her moans. So you're ghosts, right? That's what she's gonna say, right?
Living Dead, it's a movie.
You know, if I had seen a ghost at your age, I would have been scared out of my wits.
You're not gross.
You're just normal people. So lame.
Live people ignore the strange and unusual. I myself am strange and unusual.
Nice. Nice. She's literally like every teenager. I just realized that's Winona Ryder. I don't know why it took me so long. I just realized that.
This is amazing. I better go.
Wait, you know, I don't think it's...
I love it. I love how just optimistic she is about this. This is amazing.
Don't you dare speak to others about me. The only thing that scares me is being embarrassed in front of the few hip people I can get to set foot in this part of Connecticut. So let's play family just for tonight.
She's like the evil stepmom.
It's him. Beetlejuice. Beetlejuice.
Say it one more time.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, here we go, baby. This is such a wacky set. I love it.
I say we open it.
Maybe we should knock first.
You're not gonna have to. What? You're not gonna need to.
All right, let's get down to business. You're right. I got a card around here somewhere. Here. Who do I have to kill? Here, hold that for me, would you?
Ew, ew, ew.
Well, look, in order to do that, I'm really gonna have to get to know you guys. You know, we gotta get closer. Move in with you for a while. Get to be real.
He's like the annoying roommate.
Every single time I see it! Not to mention the fact that you're talking to a dead guy! Now what do you think? You think I'm qualified?
I loved how his voice changed throughout that little monologue right there.
Can it be scary? What do you think of this? You like it?
What? That was awesome.
We've been to Saturn. Hey, I've been to Saturn. Whoa. Sandworms. You hate them, right?
That's Saturn? That's Saturn?
Don't you hate it when that happens? Let's go, Bob.
What? Don't you hate it when that happens?
Nice fucking model!
See, we can do this stuff on our own. Besides, I'm not exposing that little girl.
I love him. I love him.
You like them.
You like them? Shut up.
Don't mind her. She's still upset because somebody dropped a house on her sister. Well,
That was not the time to laugh. Also, that dinner looks so disgusting. It's just shrimp in whatever, in a jar. What the heck? She has become the song.
Otho, are you doing
Work
this?
all night and a drink a rum.
Oh my god, they're being like possessed.
And until the morning come.
Daylight come and me wanna go home. 8-foot punch. Dude, what the heck? Imagine filming this scene. They're just vibing with it now. At this point, I would just be vibing with it. Look at Winona Ryder's character in the corner.
Well, we're not even sure we want our little secret out. I mean, everyone's going to want them for their parties.
People will pay big money for this, right, Grace?
Oh my god, they're trying to profit off of the ghosts.
Until I've seen some real proof.
But Bernard, what about
What do you
this
call that?
table?
What just happened? What was that? And what money? Don't you believe in my work?
No, no, no one believes in your work.
If you insist on frightening people, do it with your sculpture.
Yes, you are a flake. I love it. Call her a flake. But also, they did all just dance and they couldn't stop themselves. So, what the heck? And then the shrimp became alive all of a sudden. How would you not question that?
Dad, don't. Come on, let's just go.
They're totally gonna ask for Beetlejuice's help if they mess this up.
Wait. Well, we're leaving now. You can go about your business.
He took the handbook. I'm going to punch this man in the face.
What type of motivation do you require?
Why don't you just leave them alone? They didn't do anything to you.
It's a snake. It's a snake. Oh, I'm so excited for the Beetlejuice. That looks cool. No, the dad is the only one. Dad and Lydia don't deserve any bad things to happen to them, okay? Well, maybe the dad a little bit, but not too much, to be honest.
Why are you doing this? Leave me alone, all of you.
Yeah, you just broke trust with Lydia. Come on, guys.
Take my millennium.
The effects in this movie are really good.
Action.
Yeah. What? I was gonna say, this Beetlejuice is just a really horny man.
That there is existence beyond death.
Coach, where's the men's room?
Yeah.
Coach.
Wait, Coach, let me get something straight. What's our curfew around here?
Will you get out of here?
What's our curfew? They're just kids.
Rearrange their environment.
I know just as much about the supernatural as I do about interior design.
So nothing, because your sense of interior design sucks.
I am alone.
Okay. Just like the sentence on the page, I am alone.
Having plummeted off the winter.
The word choice. The word choice is very dramatic. Ah, I don't like that. That's weird. That's cool. That's cool.
Clean house. And don't forget the photographs and the damned handbook.
Dude, the transformation, like the claymation it looked like, transformation stop motion stuff looks so good.
Are you a ghost too?
I'm the ghost with the most, babe.
I'm the ghost with the most.
Side that I said I'd meet, you know, and that's the kind of thing I have to be there in person, you know. So I was just wondering, could you help me get out of here?
Oh, you can do that?
You know, just
I don't know what your signal means.
turn around and look behind you. Hi, how are you?
Hi, how are you?
Beetlejuice?
Yes, that's it!
Name's Beetlejuice?
Ah, you said it twice. Just say it once more. Come on.
Oh, you don't even have to say it. Oh, you just have to say it 3 times in general.
I want to talk to Barbara.
No, you don't need the Barbara. Just say it.
No, you don't need Barbara.
Adam, I want to be with Lydia.
And Lydia's like the kid that they weren't able to have. Because remember, they weren't able to have a kid.
Being dead really doesn't make things any easier.
Listen to her on this.
Dang it, that sucks. When I die, I want to just be sitting on a beach somewhere, just chilling.
We've decided that we're going to invite you and your family to stay.
That's right, Lydia.
I love the nose.
We can't lose!
At least she's supportive of her husband.
It'll be tricky, but I think I can handle it.
No! Wait, what am I working?
I love that the handbook is just like a physical object in the real world. I love that. Oh, they summoning them?
Clothes.
Oh, their wedding clothes. Oh.
Let now the dead come alive.
Interesting. What's gonna happen?
Our corpse and we rise to be.
Is she alive again? Is she a physical being? No! No, 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 no.
The buried, dead, and slain rise again.
No, he's changing too. Beetlejuice him out. Ah. Oh no, what's happening, guys? Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice, Beetlejuice.
Help them, please.
Ah, look at his outfit, the classic.
Hey, these aren't my rules. Come to think of it, I don't have any rules.
That's cool though, that's cool looking.
Beetlejuice.
Oh, he's so ready.
Beetlejuice.
It's showtime.
Yes, yes, it's showtime, baby. I'm so excited for just whack to happen. Oh my god, what if they get smushed? Okay, never mind. They got tossed.
Here's why I won't do 2 shows a night anymore, babe. I won't do. Well, what do we got here tonight?
I love how he just talks to himself. I love it.
You're welcome at our house anytime you want to come over. In the meantime, the dowry's on me, Dad.
Ah, that's weird. This movie's so strange.
Pretty much back to normal, I think.
Looking good, Beetlejuice. Tim Burton loves his, like, claymation, doesn't he? Oh, cool.
Answering, yes, I love that man of mine.
Beetle!
Oh, his teeth fell out. All of his teeth. Ah.
Come on!
It's so cool how much power he has.
Beetlejuice!
The squeal. No! She's on Saturn. With the graboids.
There it is. There you go. I'm telling you, honey, she meant nothing to me. Nothing at all.
I wonder if he ad-libbed any of these jokes. What is happening? I love it. Are they alive now? Like, are they alive, or are they just ghosts still? I also don't know how long is left of this movie. Was that it? Was that the final act?
It was gross. They wanted me to dissect a frog. I told them no way. I said it was against my religion. So I got a C.
It was against my religion.
Adam, don't tease her. You never get an A in science. You're...
Oh, I love their relationship in this movie.
An A in the math test.
He likes it.
Art in America. She's a famous sculptor now. I still don't like her, though. This movie is a blast. I will say that. This movie is a blast. Now serving 3. Oh my god.
Good thing, too. I gotta do a photo shoot for GQ in about an hour and a half. Yeah, they've been after me for months.
He's gonna shrink his head.
Whoa, hey, what are you doing? Hey, stop it! Hey, you're messing up here! Come on! Whoa! Whoa! Stop it!
This is cool.
Hey, this might be a good look for me.
Oh my god, Beetlejuice. Shake, shake, Nora. What a strangely fun movie. And what a weird movie. And just what a weird movie. But it was really enjoyable, but what a weird movie. And that was my reaction to Beetlejuice, the 1988 comma? Why did I think comma was comedy? Oh my gosh, my brain is fried tonight. 1988 comedy, fantasy, horror. You could put horror in there, starring Michael Keaton, Winona Ryder, Geena Davis, Alec Baldwin, and Catherine O'Hara. Oh, and Jeffrey Jones. He was awesome as Charles. That movie was really fun, but also just so strange. The final act of that movie, first of all, I didn't really realize it was even the final act. It ended and I was like, what the heck, the movie's over? And just the whole final act was so strange. And I guess I'll get to that in a second, but before we get to that, let's do the reviews for this movie, the critic reviews and the audience score. Just like to go over them before I get into the actual movies, because sometimes they are very interesting. This movie, 7.5 out of 10 on IMDb, which is the audience score, and 85% Rotten Tomatoes, which is the critic score. So pretty much sort of the same, 7.5 out of 10 and 8.5 out of 10. Rotten Tomatoes, obviously very high for this movie, but I think this movie is very good critically, and I think this movie is very good for people as well. It's weird, it's goofy, Michael Keaton puts out a standout performance, the sets are beautiful, the sets are wacky, the costumes are crazy, the special effects slash practical effects and stop motion is amazing. It's very much Tim Burton, and if you are not a fan of Tim Burton, you're not going to like this movie. But if you are a fan of Tim Burton, which is me, I am a fan of Tim Burton, I think that a lot of the stuff he does is amazing, then you're going to like this movie because it's just Tim Burton. Like, you would watch this frame of this movie and say, Tim Burton made this movie, obviously. So I found this movie to be very enjoyable, and the first thing I found very enjoyable was the music. Did you see that little transition that I did there? That beautiful transition into the music. I thought Danny Elfman's score in this movie was incredible, especially at the start when it was only the score. Throughout the movie, sometimes I would forget to listen to the score, and I would just kind of watch the movie. So sometimes I may not have heard the score to its full ability, I guess, as a score, but for the most part this score was really good, and I will be listening to some of the songs because they were amazing, especially the song at the start, and there was a song at the end as well during the credits, which was really, really good. Also, just the soundtrack in general, the songs that they chose were just so happy, and they just fit the scenes so well, even though they were also so out of place, I guess, which is something that was really funny in this movie. There was a lot of times in this movie where things were very out of place, but they fit the scenes perfectly, and the soundtrack was one of them. The actual sound of the songs, I forget what song it was called. It was like the Daylight Come and We Want to Go Home sort of thing. Whatever that song is called, I totally forget the song name, but like, it's in a scene where people are getting possessed. It's in a scene where there's like squids coming alive and stuff. It's like, you would never think to put that song into a possession scene, but here it is. Here is that song in a possession scene, and everyone's dancing to it, and you're like, what the heck is happening? I am in love with it. So I thought the soundtrack was really good. They used that same song a couple times, but it was a cool little thing to have in the movie because whenever they play it, you're like, yes, they're playing the song again. I really enjoyed it. And then Danny Elfman's soundtrack again was amazing. This is why he is a top tier composer. He is a magnificent composer. He makes some amazing scores. I think he made Elf, the score for Elf, and then also this movie. I'm sure he's made quite a few other movies as well that I just cannot think of off the top of my head. The reason I know Elf is because Elf is a Christmas Hallmark movie for me, and I'm pretty sure that he wrote the soundtrack for that. And if he didn't, then I'm so sorry, but I'm pretty sure he did. Anyways, getting into my favorite part of the movie now, and that was the costumes, the sets, and the effects. Oh my gosh, were they so good, and oh my gosh, were they so weird and beautiful, and just how does anyone come up with this stuff? Like, what goes on in Tim Burton's mind? And if anyone else helped write this movie, or if anyone else wrote this movie in general, what goes on in their minds to come up with a movie like this? Just what the heck? Some of the costumes were out of this world. Everything on Saturn I thought was really cool, albeit the green screen, whenever there was green screen, it took me out of the movie a little bit just because it was a little janky. However, for the time, it must have looked really good. Like when they were on Saturn the first time, I was like, what the heck is happening? How did they end up on this random planet with sandworms, like from Dune or from Tremors or something like that? Like, what is happening? And then obviously we figured out it's from Saturn because Beetlejuice just haphazardly just says it like it's just everyday knowledge. Sorry, Siri, I don't understand this movie either. Anyways, and then just the actual creatures itself, they were so cool. Not the creatures, I guess the actual dead people, just the creativity they had between what everyone looks like as a dead person was really cool, and it was very different, which I really appreciated. A lot of movies maybe just would have had the same kind of concept for every dead person, like every dead person looks like this, but everyone was very different. There was like a shrink head guy, there was a lady that was cut in half, there was this green lady at the reception desk, there was the janitor, there was the flat guy who was hanging up, there was the actual guy who was hanging and stuff like that. There were a lot of creative dead people. The football team were really funny, calling the lady coach all the time. That was really good. They were like, the costumes looked so good, and the burnt guy who was like smoking, he's like, yeah, I'm thinking about cutting down on these too. It's just so much fun and so creative, but also so visually appealing because they were real, or they looked real. I'm pretty sure that all of the creatures in that were real, and they looked fantastic. They looked so good. The only janky practical effect that I saw in this movie was, in my opinion, the face masks when the two main characters, Barbara and Adam, were getting older, and then they became like these old people. That was the only janky effect to me, and they made they looked like the skeletons from Coco, in my opinion. If you've seen Coco and overlay Coco with them, they kind of looked like that. And I don't know why, it's just face makeup is really hard to do. I said this in my Freddy Krueger video, in my Nightmare on Elm Street video. Face makeup is very hard to do, and it's hard to make it look real. And I think in this one, it looked good, but it didn't look real to me. It looked good, but it didn't look real. There is sort of a little bit of a difference there, but it did fit the movie. It fit this wackiness, it fit this weirdness, it fit this unrealness of the movie, but also this kind of vibrancy that the movie had. And I thought that the whole movie in general was really good, and the whole world of the movie I thought was really fleshed out. I wish that this movie had gone on a little longer and some other stuff had happened, because they did a lot of fleshing out of the world and then didn't really make too much use of it. For example, when they're going down the hallway, they open this door and they're like, this is the door where lost souls go, and then they close it, and that is the end of it. That is all you hear of the lost soul stuff. And I thought when you would mention something that important, something that kind of scary, this is the place where the dead go to die, or this is the place of death in dead, or whatever he said. When you mention something that scary to people who are dead, I would think that it is going to come back in the future. It didn't. It was just a thing to flesh out the world, which I appreciated, but I wish that they had used that in the story later on, just because it's something that is very scary for our characters, Barbara and Adam, and it is probably something that could create a good conflict later. I don't know. I just kind of wish that they had done something with that. But the whole world in general was really interesting, and again, just so wacky. The sets, just like, even with the numbers having like the 9 million whatever numbers, and they have to take the slip and it just rolls out and stuff like that. And then the set designs, just like the lights everywhere, these green lights in the dead world, in the waiting room and stuff, and then the wacky angles everything's at. It was just really funky set design, really quirky, really weird, and it was very enjoyable to look at. And again, it really fit the aesthetic of this movie. It really fit the whole kind of cinematography angle of this movie and stuff like that. And I thought it worked really, really well. The actual story of this movie was very weird to me. The actual story of this movie was not confusing, but also very confusing, and I don't know why. It was kind of the final 20 minutes of this movie, maybe not even, the final 15 minutes of this movie, where I was just like, what is even, it felt like it was going really fast, and then Beetlejuice just gets knocked out of the picture and the movie ends. And so I was a little confused by that, because it didn't feel climactic enough to be the climactic finality of the film. But at the same time, I can see it being the final moments of the film. It was just such a weird ending to me. I thought the movie in general was paced fairly well. I wish Beetlejuice had come in it sooner. Although, looking back on it and thinking back on it, I don't think it would have been wise to have Beetlejuice in this movie for a lot of it. As much as I would like that, I don't think it would have been wise to have Beetlejuice in a majority of this movie. And I think when he comes in is the perfect time for him to come in, because he is such an eccentric character, and he's such an insane character, and he just almost, it seems, ad-libs all of these things, and is just so insanely weird that I think having a lot of him would hurt the movie in a way. I don't know if this makes sense, because he is the title character of this movie. This movie is called Beetlejuice, but I think having too much of Beetlejuice in this movie would make for a worse movie, because you couldn't really plot a movie with him as the main character, because he's so crazy and he's so weird. But then you need to have him in the movie because the movie's about him and he is this crazy character. So I think, as much as I would have liked to have more of him, I think that it works for how much time he has, because he doesn't have a lot of time in this movie. If you actually look, he comes into this movie and you finally first see his face probably half an hour into this movie, and this movie is only an hour and a half. That only gives him an hour left of the movie, and even then he's not in every scene. He's definitely left out for a majority of this movie, and I think that they did that very wisely. It would have been easy to just have Michael Keaton go off for an hour and a half and people would have enjoyed it, but it would have been hard to make a plot for a movie about this mad, insane dead guy, So I think what they did with Beetlejuice was really good. Some people might disagree and think he would be better with a lot more screen time, but I think that it was good. But overall, I thought the pacing of this movie was really good, but I thought it was a little bit too frenetic for me at the end, because I was just kind of confused about, is this actually the end of the movie, or are we going to be having more to say, you know? It was just like, it was just so weird. Like he was marrying Lydia with his old pastor, and then there's this Green Lion stuff, and then Barbara gets dumped onto Saturn, and then all of a sudden Adam is tiny and driving this little car into his foot, and then all of a sudden Barbara is riding one of the sandworms through the roof, and you're like, how the heck, why is Saturn above the roof now? How did this happen? Who knows? And then she just crashes through the roof, and then Beetlejuice goes through the floor, and then the movie ends basically after that with, there's like 5 minutes left and the movie ends. It's just all resolution after that. So it is just the weirdest ending to me. It didn't really feel like a legitimate ending in a way, because I like the resolution, but just that little segment that I just talked about, it was just like, okay, Beetlejuice went through the floor. Is he just gone now? Like, what happened to him? How did he just end up in this area? Like, why didn't he come back? And I don't know. I was a little confused by that. Maybe there is a reason. Maybe there is a really good reason and I'm just not seeing it. But that is the thing that I'm confused about, and that is the thing that is my biggest issue with this film at the moment. Okay, getting into the cast now. The cast was really good. Okay, as Glenn Shadix as Otho, I hated him. I'm glad he fell down the stairs. I'm glad his clothes aren't ripped off. He just left as well. There was no resolution for him. He just ran away, and that was the end of his character. So I thought some of the character endings were a little weird in this movie, so that was definitely one of them. He just left, and that was it. That was it for his character. But Jeffrey Jones as Charles was amazing. I liked him at the start of the movie, and I didn't like him towards the end of the movie, because I really liked how he just wanted peace and quiet, and he just did not care for anything that Catherine's character, Delia, I think it's Delia, did. And I thought that was really funny. I don't know why, I just thought that was really funny. But then he started to get all like, oh, we could profit off of this and stuff, and I started to not like him. So I thought he did a really good job as a character. I just didn't like how his character was written towards the end of the movie, because I actually had liked him at the start, and then he started to become this more greedy, not egocentric, but like capitalistic, money-centric man towards the middle of the movie, and then he gets a little bit better towards the end. But I don't know. I just wish they didn't do that with his character, because he kind of came off as almost as bad as Delia, and I didn't like that. But Catherine O'Hara as Delia, oh my god, was she bad. And I'm so angry that she got a good ending, and I'm so angry that she got famous off of her sculptures, because I hated her and she did not deserve it. She was so mean. She was such a mean stepmother, but she played that mean stepmother so well, that egocentric, that, oh, you don't think I'm good enough? You know, like, your sculptures suck, okay? Your sculptures suck. But I thought she played that very well. Alec Baldwin as Adam was really awesome, and Geena Davis as Barbara was also really awesome. They were both a great couple together. I'm talking about them at the same time because they were in the movie almost always together. They were such a great couple. They were super sweet, especially at the end. I don't know why I got chills very quickly when they were like looking at each other or something, because they were just so sweet and they worked so well together. And I thought that their acting was great. Whatever they made their faces, and that prosthetic or whatever it was, or I don't even know what was on their face. I think it was a prosthetic. It looked so good. I thought Geena Davis and Alec Baldwin did an incredible job. Their characters were very much like vanilla characters, but they managed to, because the movie was so weird and because of their acting, they managed to stand out, in my opinion, because they were vanilla characters. I thought they did a great job. Winona Ryder as Lydia, I thought she was so fun. Glad she's out of her emo phase, but when she was in her emo phase talking to the ghost, it was a beautiful time. I thought she was really good in this movie. Definitely one of the standout performances besides Beetlejuice himself. She was just really fun, really good. She provided a lot of just great contrast to her family, and then she was also super friendly to the ghost, which I thought was just really funny, like off the bat, just friendly, did not care. I really enjoyed her character. I thought Winona Ryder did a great job. And finally, the man himself, Michael Keaton as Beetlejuice. Interesting enough that this movie's title is Beetlejuice, spelled Juice, and not how they spell it in the movie, which is like Geuse or something like that. Interesting. Anyways, Michael Keaton did an exceptional job as Beetlejuice, as this horny, weird, perverted, strange, mystical man. He was a pleasure to watch on screen. He was so much fun. You never knew what he was going to say. You never knew what joke he was going to crack. You never knew what scare he was going to try and pull. But he was so much fun. He was a really interesting character. But again, I'm glad that they didn't give him a lot of screen time. I'm glad that they introduced him going into the second act, I'm pretty sure, and then they only have him until the end of the movie. They didn't have him too much, and then as soon as he becomes real, it was like Beetlejuice time, you know. It was like, I am here, I am the main character now, boom boom boom. But before that, he wasn't in it a lot, and I'm glad that they did that, because just because of his character, because his character was so weird, so eccentric, I just don't think it would have worked for the whole movie. But because he was in it so little, it worked beautifully. I thought Michael Keaton was exceptional in this role. It was just so much fun to watch him do this, especially after seeing him play a lot of serious roles. It was so fun to see him just let loose as this character, as this iconic character. I'm so glad he has an iconic character to his name. Anyways, that is it for my reaction and review to Beetlejuice. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you so much to these wonderful, beautiful, amazing people right here for supporting me and supporting my channel. It really does mean a lot. Yeah, I'm really glad I got around to this movie. I can't believe I kept avoiding it. I don't know why I thought it was a musical. There was not a single song sung in this movie besides maybe at the end, or actually they're dancing around the dinner table. That counts as a song, so half musical definitely, because they sang one song. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time for my next movie reaction.